In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a mounting panel infill piece between two bayed cabinets. So when you bay cabinets together, TS8s, there's a space between the panels that exist and is due to the frame. If the customer wants this to stay like that, that's fine. If they want to fill that space, then that's what we're going to do with our infill piece, in effect giving us one large panel. All these are the same width, basically 100 millimeters. What you do is you choose the infill piece based on the height of the cabinet. I'm working in an 1800 tall cabinet, so we're going to use a 45/90/700. So the tools I'm going to use, I've got a cordless screwdriver with a T30 on it. I've got a 13 millimeter wrench, pair of pliers, instructions. Now, if you'll notice, on the bottom or on the back side, you've got these two slots. This is where we're going to assemble the two pins on the bottom. So take a washer, take a nut. So the bottom is slotted. I just try to aim for about the middle of the slot. Because you're going to have some adjustability once you put it in. Okay, I'll do the other one before I tighten them down. These don't have to be super tight, so I'll just give them a little twist there to tighten things up. Just hold them in place a little bit. And that's all there is to the bottom. Now the instructions show that you mount this bracket in the cabinet first. And that probably does make it a little easier when you're trying to do the installation. Personally, I like to install it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in behind the main part, start the screw, and this is where I need my T30. Because for me, it's easier than trying to guess where this is supposed to go or measure ahead of time. I just like assembling this together, put it in place, put your two self-tapping screws in, and you're done. It's just as easy as that. So that's a little trick of the trade I like to use. So in the bottom bracket, you've got those two holes, and that's where we're going to try to put these two pins in those holes. So by doing that first, that allows this to drop in place, and then we can come back in and put the top part in. To do the top, you just slide it in place. This is why I like to have it all assembled. And then you're just looking for locations for the self-tapping screws. So I've got a T25, and I'm using self-tapping screws to go through the holes in this L bracket into the frame. Almost every hole on this assembly is a slot that gives you some variability and play with the fit. So once you've attached those at the top, this is the way that I prefer to do it. However, there's another way. And the other way is actually to mount the L bracket first. And so you would want to look for the hole locations to see how that should fit between the panels. And it looks something like this. And then you can just take your infill piece, slide it right back up to the bracket, put your T30 fastener in, and you're all done. Two ways to do that. And now you have two cabinets bayed together, infill piece in the middle, looks like one large panel.